Okay, let's dive into a really weird one. This is one of the most baffling mysteries to ever come out of Australia's southern coast. It's the story of the ghost fire of Minnamurra. So, picture this. It all kicks off with what looks like a classic hero story. A man is found. He's got these absolutely horrific burns. And when people ask him what on earth happened, he tells the story of just unbelievable bravery. But here's where it gets wild. The story just falls apart. Because when the authorities actually go to investigate his heroic act, they find nothing. I mean, no fire, no burnt down house, no baby. So what really happened here? Well, to even begin to unpack this, we've got to start with a story the man himself told. All right, so a hero's story. Let's dig into the narrative he built, because honestly, at first glance, it sounds totally believable. He comes across as this completely selfless hero. We're on the southern coast of Australia. Think beautiful coastline, right? That's Minnamurra. But on this one day, this gorgeous, peaceful place becomes the setting for a medical mystery that would just completely stump investigators for years to come. Okay, so here are the initial facts, right? They're pretty straightforward. A guy is found by emergency services. He's badly burned. We're talking severe injuries. And when he's finally able to talk, he spins this tale that has everyone just amazed by his incredible courage. Now let's look at the anatomy of this supposed rescue, because his story wasn't just, oh, I saved a baby. No. It was this incredibly vivid, detailed, and honestly harrowing tale of surviving against impossible odds. He says he stumbles upon a house that's just a complete inferno, and he doesn't even think twice. He said that over the roar of the fire, the only thing he could hear was that one sound that would make anyone run into a burning building, a child screaming inside. And the details he gives are straight out of a movie. He's talking about blinding smoke, this incredible heat. The roof is literally collapsing around him as he's searching. It's just a scene of pure chaos. And then he gets to the climax of his story. Somehow, through all that smoke and fire, he finds a baby. He scoops it up, carries it to safety, and gets horribly burned in the process. I mean, he painted this perfect picture of a hero, right? Okay, so the police hear this incredible story. Naturally, they launch a full-scale investigation. Job number 1, find the fire and, more importantly, check on the baby he supposedly saved. So the police do exactly what you'd expect. It's a textbook investigation. They get his statement to figure out where to search. They start digging through the emergency call logs, fully expecting to find a ton of calls about a house fire. And of course, they start looking for a family that's missing a child. And what did they find? Absolutely nothing. A complete and total lack of physical evidence. We're talking not one single piece of burnt wood, no scorched earth. You couldn't even smell smoke in the air. The massive fire he described, it's like it just vanished into thin air. And the lack of evidence is just staggering. Think about it. A fire that big, there would have been dozens of calls to emergency services. Someone would have seen the smoke. A family would be frantic, reporting their baby missing. But instead, just silence. The official record is a total blank. So this is what we're left with. These two completely different realities. On one hand, you've got this super detailed, compelling story of a heroic rescue from a massive fire. And on the other hand, the cold, hard fact that there is zero, and I mean zero, evidence that any of it ever happened. And this is where we get to the real heart of it, this unsolvable puzzle where the facts just don't add up. Welcome to the ghost fire mystery. Okay, let's just reset for a second. What do we actually know for sure? Let's tick them off. 1. A man had real, severe, undeniable burns. The doctors can prove that. 2. He told a very detailed and consistent story about how he got those burns. And 3. A massive official search turned up absolutely no evidence to back up his story. None. It's incredible, right? His own body was the proof of a catastrophe. He was the evidence. He was the walking, talking proof of a disaster, but it was a disaster that by all accounts never actually happened. So this all leads to the one massive question that nobody has ever been able to answer. If there was no fire, then what caused the burns? Was he trying to cover up some kind of crime with this heroic story? Could it have been some kind of psychological break so powerful it actually had a physical effect? Or was it something else entirely? The ghost fire of Minnamurra. It's still one of Australia's biggest, most baffling unsolved mysteries.